Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions!
Good on, Pepe! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Hello everyone, welcome to the Game and Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt with JP Zucato on camera, and we're back at Hofstra for American Soccer Club's fourth game of the National Premier Soccer League and third home game of the campaign. And it is a beautiful final evening of May here. We're sitting at about 70 degrees. The sun is out in what has been quite a wet month. And American Soccer Club are looking to bring their first win in NPSL history along with the sunshine. They are coming off the back of a defeat against Hartford City, a very close defeat. And Hartford City leading the table. Finished 4-3 there last weekend. Of course, before that, they're back here at home, drew 1-1 against Shockers, who actually went to the national playoffs last year. So if we have a quick look at the table, despite American Soccer Club sitting at the bottom of the pile, there is no doubt that they've been very, very competitive in all the games. And indeed, the entire North Atlantic Conference has been really competitive. Of the 10 games so far, only 2 have been decided by a goal margin of larger than 1. So the rest have all been draws or decided by a single goal margin. American Soccer Club are also, we just have a look down in front of us, they are dedicating tonight's game to ALS Ride for Life. And they've got a lot of really exciting events happening this evening to support that. They're going to have a jersey raffle. Christian Pulisic signed AC Milan jersey, and they're also going to have an American Soccer Club inaugural jersey signed by the entire team, and all the proceeds will go to the ALS Ride for Life Foundation. And there's going to be more events that we'll get to later. Sporting. I think they've even got a News 12 team out here covering tonight. American Soccer Club, they continue to make a splash in the Long Island soccer scene. Their opponents tonight will be New Haven United, who also are in their first season in the National Premier Soccer League. They started the season very positively, winning both their games, lost their way a little bit in recent weeks, just 1 point from their last 2 games. Albeit they were playing leaders Hartford City, who they had beat already as well this season, and Shockers. So on paper, it's really tough to predict what we're going to be in for tonight, which is exactly what you want from a football game. I spoke to Coach Fitzgerald from American Soccer Club earlier today, and he said he felt the performances the last 2 games have been strong, but lapses of concentration in key moments had cost American Soccer Club. 2 goals against Hartford City, unforced errors, and also their goal back here against the Shockers that was conceded, unforced error. And he says that's really the difference at this high level. You have to maintain the focus at all times, because one drop and you'll be punished. But other than that, he's been happy with the performances, he's said. And what he's hoping from his players is they play right from the start, when it's an even field, how they've played when they've gone under pressure, when they've gone behind. Because when they've gone behind and been under pressure, they've really excelled. But they've given themselves a mountain to climb quite often. Every single game so far this season, they have had to come back from behind. And our starting 11 that we're expecting for American Soccer Club. Kenny Cordova in goal, of course, once again. Luke Yates, who has recently joined the squad, played his first game last week. A Sheffield United product from England. He's going to be at centre-back alongside the regular Jorge Nieto. Andrew Watson, the stoppage time hero in the last home game, will be starting at left-back. Matthias Adamak at right-back. Leo Pinto, Sean Fitzgerald and Jose Mejia. We're expecting to be in the midfield alongside that. This is Sean Fitzgerald's second appearance with the side, his first home appearance. Just finished his redshirt junior season at Binghamton. Played 32 games in 3 years there, and he is a real Long Island local soccer player. He competed in the 2021 Long Island All-Star game. That was part of the 2018-2019 Eastern New York ODP Championship. So yet another player who's really got deep roots locally in the Long Island soccer scene, dating back to childhood. The front three is going to be Alberto Nieto, who is always an agent of mischief going forwards. Brian Saramago, who's the team's top scorer, as you would probably expect. He's going to be expecting on the left wing. He's got 2 goals this season, Saramago, and a lead in the line, Richie Morale. This is his second game. Richie coming from Marist. Played 18 games in his senior year, Richie Morale, scoring 8. Has outcome our teams in this scenic evening, late May evening in Long Island. American Soccer Club will be in the white, New Haven in the dark blue. And New Haven, we know our starters. We don't know yet the positions. We weren't given that information, but we know in goal will be Alexander Henrich. And then the starters in no particular order: Agnardo Germano, Alaseki Armas, Alex Brown, Guilherme Maria, Lucas Almeida, Mohamed Kane, Ranford Morgan, Ryder Mills, Tyrone Malango, and Rodrigo Pinheiro. They're actually missing 2 players through suspension, New Haven. In their last game, they got 2 red cards in stoppage time, remarkably. Of particular disappointment to me was Preston Alessio isn't here tonight. He's suspended. He got a second yellow. Preston Alessio is a game of frame legend. We've streamed him since he was a 17-year-old. Very, very exciting attacking player. But from American Soccer player, I think they'll be glad they don't have to face him tonight. Preston, if you're watching, wish you well. It's quite a windy evening, despite the beautiful sunshine. I should mention as well, our broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic, who have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses antimicrobial biotechnology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. And Salt is offering the Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code and get 10% off. Keep it fresh. And also, American Soccer Club would like to thank their sponsors, Orlin and Cohen, who feature a board-certified, fellowship-trained orthopedic subspecialists, as well as in-house advanced diagnostics, imaging, neuromuscular testing, pain management, physical rehabilitation and occupational therapy. Macron also proudly supports American Soccer Club. They work hard to create cutting-edge, high-performance sportswear to support athletes from grassroots to professionals in their efforts to become their own heroes on and off the field. And LifeVac proudly support American Soccer Club. The LifeVac is a revolutionary anti-choking device that has now saved over 4,000 lives across the planet. Learn more about how to protect yourself and your loved ones by heading to lifevac.net.
Forward, number 25, Alberto Nieto. And in goal, number 1, Kenneth Cordova. The assistant coaches of ASC New York.
Brian Saramago will be wearing the captain's armband.
The head coach in his first season is John Fitzgerald.
For American Soccer Club. And of course, as I mentioned before the game, Coach John Fitzgerald is American Soccer Club's head coach.
Our starting 11 right now are holding up the ALS red card. During the first half, we will ask you fans to show the ALS red card as well for a photo to share with fans everywhere. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove all caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, and Mills will kick the contest off for the visitors, New Haven. We're off. American Soccer Club, will this finally be the night they can get their first win in the NPSL? 3 attempts, and it's always been close, but key moments has swung against them in the games. They're yet to reach the halfway point in the season, and Coach Fitzgerald said if they can finally capitalise on one of these good performances with a win, it could massively shift the momentum of the campaign. Early free kick here for New Haven. Armas is asking for a bit more distance. In the end, he's going to chip it in. And Jorge Nieto wasn't exactly sure what was behind him. And it'll be the first corner kick of the night. Once again, Armas will take. Swung in towards the far post, a lot of pace on that ball. It was survived by American Soccer Club. That was a little loose by American Soccer Club. Mills. Brown. Inviting ball up to Mohamed Kane. He couldn't quite keep it in. Kane scored last weekend in the 1-1 draw against New York Shockers. Certainly a man American Soccer Club will have to watch closely. Kenny Cordova. Way Nieto. Sean Fitzgerald. Pinto showed a little bit too much of the ball to Brown. He invites Kane on. A couple of options in the area. Watson got somewhat of a touch on it, but at the expense of a second corner. Almost the entirety of these first 3 minutes have been played inside American Soccer Club's half. Corner is set back and dinked in with a lot of pace by Armas. And then Armas with a very speculative effort. That's made its way into the car park. Well, it looks like, from initial glance, both sides starting in 4-3-3s. American Soccer Club, as I had advertised before the game. We'll get through New Haven shortly, as Renford Morgan, who I believe is wearing the number 14. We actually weren't given a number for number 14 on the submitted roster, but he's the only one that haven't been able to identify, so I think number 14 is Morgan. And it looks like the way that New Haven have lined up is Alexander Henrich in goal, Pinheiro and Germano centre-back, Brown at right-back, Malango the skipper at left-back, Armas in the number 6, Morgan and Mejia the centre midfielders, and then Lucas Almeida the left wing, Mohamed Kane the right wing, and Ryder Mills the centre forwards. Worked out here to Mohamed Kane, who's getting quite a bit of the ball early on. And it's going to be a third corner kick for New Haven. Coach Fitzgerald is prowling his touchline. He will not be pleased with this start at all. American Soccer Club have let themselves been dictated to early on. Moves clear by Heinrich. And Watson has been loose there. Almeida cuts inside. Almeida hits the post. A fraction away from an early goal. And that was exactly the sort of lapse in concentration that Coach Fitzgerald said American Soccer Club have to cut out. Watson nearly the offender that time. Wasn't the easiest ball to deal with, to be fair with him, but he just had to get away from danger and he didn't. More danger here. But whipped far too close to Kenny Cordova. And he hoofs it up towards Brian Saramago. He's able to pressure Pinheiro, and finally American Soccer Club can perhaps get some possession in the opposition half. Saramago. Switched out to Alberto Nieto, pass one. And that'd be a corner kick, oh sorry, even a throw-in right by the corner kick flag. Nieto towards the far post. That was a decent chance for Pinto. Didn't connect with the volley cleanly. That ball went over the fence, so just waiting on it to get back over. One of our young ball boys able to retrieve. Way Nieto. Watson. Going back to Nieto again, who loves diagonal balls, particularly to his twin brother, Alberto, on the right. And here he goes, winding up his first one of the evening. It's a good one by Juan Nieto to Alberto Nieto. He's worked it inside Mejia. Finds Morel, clever back heel. Nieto, not a bad ball, no one at the far post. It comes to Pinto, couldn't settle it. Adamak, just a little heavy with his touch, but American Soccer Club's first real spell of possession in the opposition half. But you just tuned in. New Haven already clattering the post. Lucas Almeida fractions away. Adamak. And it looks as if an American Soccer Club are in possession. Adamak's moving into that number 6. So perhaps Coach Fitzgerald doing the inverted fullback. We'll see where Adamak goes when they lose it. Actually, no, he's staying in the midfield, so I think it's 3-5-2 from American Soccer Club with Saramago and Richie Morel, the front two. Coach Fitzgerald said he was happy playing with a fluid formation. Wants his team to be able to adjust to that. away Nieto. New Haven aren't actually playing a particularly high press on American Soccer Club when they have it in the back line. Away Nieto. So in that 3-5-2 shape, Alberto Nieto and Pinto are the wing backs. Here is Pinto turning and doing well, finding Morel, who looked for the Meg on Pinheiro. Alberto Nieto. Mejia. Nieto heavy with his touch. Germano taking absolutely no chances there, put it over the fence, over the stands, and over the first row of cars. Sean Fitzgerald. Decent interchange at the back, but just broke down as he got to Saramago. Almeida. He's going to look to test Watson for pace. Who dealt with it well. And what bodes well for the entertainment tonight is neither side have failed to score so far this season in 7 games between them, and also neither side have succeeded in keeping a clean sheet. So if nothing, we should get goals this evening. American Soccer Club coming into this game the last 5 or 6 minutes after the slow start, which they were under quite a lot of pressure. Watson. That was a clattering tackle there on Richie Morel. Skied down. It looks like Sean Fitzgerald will send this into the 18-yard box. Floats it in. But too close to Alexander Henrich, and easy gather for the keeper. He's going to hurl it out here to Maria. Or Mira even, excuse me. Pinheiro. Hope for a ball up. Nieto gathering that. Yates beaten by Kane, and then Watson on it. Pinto doing well, and Mejia giving it back to Watson. Pinto played most of the opener for American Soccer Club here at Hofstra, and then the second game he came off the bench. He wasn't quite as best in the opener, but the second game off the bench he really made a difference. Took risks, most of them paid off, and really was breaking lines. And that's a decent look there by Pinto, just showed too much of it to Malango. Alberto Nieto forcing the throw in. Watson. Nieto. Yates. Gets it again. Taking it down the channel for Morel, but that goes straight out for a throw-in. Well, guys, tune into Game and Frame later this weekend. We've got 19 games this weekend. And some particularly to look out for tomorrow evening. Manhattan Celtic travel to the Pan Cyprians in the NPSL Metropolitan Conference semi-finals. That'll be live from Queen's College at 6:30 p.m. We're going to have the Rough Riders at Mitchell Athletic Complex in USL 2 against Morris Elite. That will be airing on Sports Engine. All the USL games are mandated on Sports Engine only. And then we're going to have NPSL action back from the North Atlantic Conference. Osners FC, and Osners will be American Soccer Club's next game. They're going to be hosting New York Shockers at St. John's. Adamak searching towards Alberto Nieto. Milan going a bit of a corner, and Nieto's wrestled it off of him. Mejia. Adamak. Morel out to Pinto. Pinto cuts down to the byline, and it will be the first corner of the evening for American Soccer Club. Fourth of the night. The hosts starting to take some control of the game, though. Leo Pinto will send in an in-swinger. Gives it short actually to Mejia. Now here it comes from Pinto. Headed out initially by Malango and then hoofed clear before Alberto Nieto could get hold of it. Mills. Adamak took a swing at it. Luke Yates. He, like Sean Fitzgerald, also a Binghamton College player. Played 17 games in last season and also got 3 goals from the back, including 2 match winners. There is Yates searching towards Saramago, who American Soccer Club haven't got too involved in the game thus far. Hospital ball back to Brown, and this could be seized upon. Pinto. And it's finished by Richie Morel. His first goal for American Soccer Club. And it's the first time the hosts lead in this NPSL campaign. Leo Pinto seizing on an error, bursting down the flank, kept his composure, set it back to Richie Morel, who didn't rush and tucked it home past Alexander Henrich. Just before 20 minutes, American Soccer Club have the advantage. After that slow opening 5 minutes, they started to take control of the game. Have had almost all the possession since then. I believe that was their first shot of the night. Looks like it was. Is this the start of the turning of the tide in their season? Brought down by Kane. Yates got a touch on it. Malango and Alberto Nieto a little naively threw himself in there. And Malango was more than happy to buy himself a free kick. There was a little push off the ball there as well by Brentford Morgan on Jose Mejia. Fortunate not to get a yellow there. It was quite a sizable shove. Armas will deliver in this free kick. Decent position. And that's a very dangerous ball. It was Alberto Nieto who had the unenviable task of having to clear that as it dropped towards him right in front of the goal with a lot of blue shirts behind him. Did really well with it. Wicked delivery in by Armas. Nira dispossessed by the goal scorer Morel. Pinto, Morel, that's well worked. Brian Saramago back in towards Morel, just ahead of him. Alberto Nieto took a deflection off the backside of Malango. That might have been creeping in. Certainly enough pace on the strike by Nieto. Mejia back in slightly too high for Morel. American Soccer Club pushing their visitors hard. Pinto again, the initial instigator of the attack. And that ball across the 6-yard box was wicked. But Morel slightly too far behind it. New Haven could do with a little bit of possession on the ball just to settle down. They won't get it with that pass. Fitzgerald, very clever. Morel. Alberto Nieto. Morel. Sells the dummy. Adamak. Let's fly. Took a deflection. And it's Morel. And it just wouldn't settle down for him. Germano, the rescuer for New Haven. That deflection taking it right into the path of Morel, but it just came in so quickly, couldn't get his feet sorted out, and the chance escaped him. Another corner kick here for American Soccer Club. Sean Fitzgerald will deliver in. Gives it short. Mejia returns it to him. Fitzgerald towards the far post, headed back in by Juan Nieto. Got a lot of power behind that. That wasn't really cleared. Brian Saramago and Mejia. It comes back on the edge to Alberto Nieto. Precarious, heart-dropping moment for New Haven. Ball bouncing around the 18-yard box. Once again, it just looked like it needed a touch from a white shirt. And in the end, as I think Malango cleared it, he got kicked. The free kick has gone to New Haven. But this is concerning for American Soccer Club. Luke Yates, who I think made the tackle, is down and the trainer's been called on. So I'm not sure if he just hurt himself in that tackle. New Haven are being called in for a huddle and they need it. It's been a very rocky 20 minutes in the game and they are looking in danger of conceding a second, no doubt about it. Yates is going to hobble off to see if he can continue. Not sure if he will. Coach Fitzgerald has got one of his subs preparing to come on. It looks like stripping down. Looks as if Yates is going to try and continue. That's an awful goal kick and it nearly served it right up to Richie Morrell with not a lot of defenders between him and the goal. Watson not taking any chances, drilling it forwards. Nieto shepherding the ball out. Throws it down the line. Pinto. Turning into too much traffic. Mills. Or Mira even, excuse me. Jinking and turning. Mira letting fly. Decently caught. Spectacular equaliser for New Haven. A rocket from Gilhemi. Mira, absolutely no chance for Kenny Cordova. And with a flash, New Haven level it up. And that's football right there. Balance of play totally was against them the last 20 minutes. Perhaps that injury break just helped them reset. And with one stroke of brilliance, Mira has tied us up here. That goal was one of those where the moment it left his foot, you knew only one outcome. Very clean hit. Watson searching up towards Pinto. He's done well to get the ball. Turning. Leo Pinto. And that was a super ball to the far post as Henrich looking to clear it, just squeezed it past Alberto Nieto. But that was exactly the right ball by Pinto. No one there at the far post though. Alberto Nieto, lovely touch to Adamak. Mejia. Morrell. Spinning away from two defenders. Fitzgerald. Adamak. Dinking in towards Pinto. Germano taking no chances.
Third corner kick of the night
For American Soccer Club. As all the fans are lifting their red cards here to mark show ALS a red card. And part of the ALS Ride for Life Awareness Night at American Soccer Club. Corner taken short. Pinto, not a good cross. And Lucas Almeida is going to drive forwards here. Pinto in on his back and he's going to go into the book. Tried to make amends for his error rather hastily. Armas will take the free kick. He's had plenty of set pieces in the first half hour. Again, he's just going to float it in. Headed out comfortably by Jorge Nieto. Retrieved for New Haven, whipped towards the far post. Comfortable for Cordova. Cordova knocks it up towards Saramago. Good strength by the centre forwards. Germano dealing with the danger competently enough. Saramago is looking for a free kick. And then a free kick given to New Haven. There's a little altercation as well after that contact between Saramago and Malango, the two captains coming head to head, figuratively. Well, with a score at 1-1, once again, both these teams, after 9 games between them, can say that they've scored in every game in the NPSL so far, and also have not managed to keep a clean sheet yet. Here's Mira, the goal scorer, low shot. That was not as convincing as the last one, I think, with his unfavoured left foot this time. Adamak. Mejia. Alberto Nieto. Brian Saramago. And Germano, I guess didn't hear the shout from Henrich. Cleared it out, back into a quite central area. Luckily for him, the clearance had the legs.
Fans, don't forget to get your Kick ALS raffle tickets. The winner will be announced at halftime.
Luke Yates with the header. Looks like he's recovered after that knock. The ball will come back to Kenny Cordova. Jorge Nieto. Pinto. Losing it. Morgan. Armas. Down the channel to Mohamed Kane. Pinto has tracked back. He's with him. Kane able to get it in. Mills meets it. Into the clutches of Cordova. He rose really high there. Ryder Mills got good connection on it. But straight at Kenny Cordova. Pinto. Adamak sets it back to Fitzgerald. Jorge Nieto. Pinto. Game has a much more even balanced feel. So after the equaliser by New Haven. Neither side really having consistent possession. Here's Jose Mejia. Looking to dink it into the path of Morel. Adamak just ran that ball out. Adamak judged to have fouled Mills. Roberto Nieto with a big header up to Mejia. Brian Saramago is going to get penalised for a high foot, although I think he's making the point it's more a case of Germano going in low with his head, with the diving header, which I think is a fair point. The referee, I think, roughly agreeing that. He's not dishing out the yellow card. Armas driving it forwards, asking a little bit too much of Kane. Crunching tackle by Armas. Kane. He's turned Pinto, ran the ball out. Headed out by Morgan. Sun is just beginning to set here in Long Island. Floodlights booting on. Saramago holding up well. Morel. Saramago again. Saramago hits the crossbar. Did that cross the line? No, just bounced out. A blistering effort by Brian Saramago. Lovely give and go with his partner in crime, Morel. And he took that snapshot first time and nearly left Alexander Henrich speechless and motionless. Morel, well tackled by Germano. Both sides have now hit the woodwork. Held down the line by Nieto. Morel. There's an awful cross. Fitzgerald with a commanding header. Brown. Boy, Nieto meeting well. Matt couldn't quite find Pinto. Adamak looking to flick it on Mejia. Armas loose with his touch, did well to win it back, and then Mejia had a little tug, and then Armas clotheslines Mejia, and Brian Saramago's at it, and it is kicking off here now. Tempers boiling over. All started with an innocuous little tug by Mejia. Certainly was a free kick. Referee played advantage, which he's entitled to, and then Armas hauled over Mejia, and then Saramago went in pretty hot as well. I imagine we're going to see a few yellow cards here. I don't think quite enough to justify more than that. Let's see what the referee makes of it. Well, remarkably, no one's got a yellow after that fracas. Maybe the referee left his cards at home. But a little surprised. Not that anyone wants to see cards, but a little surprised we didn't see a yellow or two in there with the way that they bowled over. Let's just see how tempers find themselves in the final 5 or so minutes of this first half. Driven up into the 18-yard box. Watched initially by Nieto. Comes on the edge. Mira with the shot. Set back. Chance here. It's a sitter, an absolute sitter by Ryder Mills. Massive chance right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Had time. And he snatched at it. And I think actually, well, Cordova seemed to think it was offside, but looks like it was a goal kick, which what appeared to be. Doesn't look like there was an offside flag there. Boy, Nieto driving up towards Saramago. That's clever. Brian Saramago, speculative shot. Oh my word! It's an absolute worldie by Captain Fantastic. The Tomcats are in the lead again. Audacious, stupendous. Brian Saramago, take a bow. You might not see a better lob this season, ladies and gentlemen. He could have tried to take it down. He was a long, long way out. He could have taken it down, tried to drive at the goal. Maybe would have been clean through. Not for him. Opted for that first time strike, spotted Alexander Henrich off his line, not a long way off his line. He went for it, and that is absolutely remarkable. And the way Saramago used his body as well to give Pinheiro the slip wasn't half bad either. Canny in the first part, and just world class in the second. New Haven taking the corner short. The flag is up. I must confess, I'm not sure what the linesman is signaling. I think he's saying that the ball was not stationary when that quick corner was taken. New Haven very nearly caught American Soccer Club off guard. Well, we've seen two fantastic goals in this first half, one from each team. I think Saramago eclipsed Mira with his strike just now. In swinger from New Haven, American Soccer Club have got to keep their concentration, headed back into the mixer. Cordova watched that really well. It's that full stretch there with other attackers waiting to pounce. And that was Brian Saramago's third goal of the season. Well, I said at the start of the game, given the fact that both sides have not failed to score this season or succeeded to concede, that we're probably in for an entertaining one. I think this first half has lived up to it. And there might be a little more action before the half-time whistle. Mejia throw in for American Soccer Club. Linesman took a second to think about that. Nieto drills it in towards Saramago. Pinto looking to slot between two defenders. There's just one too many blue shirts for him to beat. And Henrich gathered. Fitzgerald, Canny shielding the ball. Mejia. Nieto. Jorge Nieto. Watson. Cordova. Don't have a fourth official board here, so not sure how much stoppage time there is. Watson driving up towards Morel. Pinheiro had him creeping up behind him. He dealt with that one well. Free kick given to him as well. Really not sure what exactly was in that. I think the referee holding up two fingers, so probably going to play to the 48th minute in this first half. Obviously that delay with Luke Yates when he needed some attention. Thankfully, seems to have run it off. But I think Coach Fitzgerald's first hope will be, can his team keep that focus until the half-time whistle, maintain this lead? Again, that has been the Achilles heel for American Soccer Club in key moments. Mira. Morgan. Brown. Armas. Mills got a touch on it. And Mira looking to spin. Dispossessed by Adamak. And that is the final action of the first half. So it looks like the referee is holding up that too for just 2 minutes of additional time. American Soccer Club leading 2-1 at the half-time break. They took the lead courtesy of Richie Morel, his first goal for American Soccer Club. Then Mira equalised with a sublime strike, only to be outdone by a lob by Brian Saramago. That was closer to the centre circle than the penalty area. Captivating first half, still very much in the balance. And before we go to half-time break, I believe we're going to have a plaque here presented by Jim Kelmead from American Soccer Club. And he's going to be presenting that to the Massapequa Soccer Shop, recognising their 50-year service to the Long Island soccer community.
To the Long Island and Metro New York communities. Through the vision and commitment of the Goldstein family, the Massapequa Soccer Shop became more than just a premier destination for soccer equipment. It became a cornerstone of the sports growth in the region. Their passion and unwavering support have played a pivotal role in cultivating the vibrant soccer culture that thrives today. The true town square of New York soccer. On this day, May 31st, 2025, we extend our heartfelt appreciation for your enduring contributions to the community and to the development of soccer across the U.S.
Oh, there we go, very nice moment. Guys, do not go anywhere. We've still got a second half of this one to come. We'll be back shortly from Hofstra.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial. College and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Sit down. The girls have a decided advantage because there's two left. Let's see if the boys can make up time. On your mark. Get set. Go! Come on, top of horse. Go, Christian! Go, go, sit down. How exciting is this?
Right, we've got some half-time entertainment as well. Some of the youth club players gonna have a life back penalty shootout. Hempstead Chiefs Soccer Club who are
Yeah, hold on.
partaking tonight.
Favorite player is Ronaldo. He loves math. Go ahead, Isabella, give it a whirl. Sometime today would be great. Oh, no. Next we have Jill Reed Power. Jill Reed. Give it a whirl, Jill Reed. And now Sophia Flowers, midfielder. She, like everyone else, loves Ronaldo. And her favorite course at school is reading. True story. As close as we've had, ladies and gentlemen. Deanna Vogt. Deanna Vogt. Let's learn a little bit about her. She's a defender. She also loves Ronaldo and social studies is her game. Thanks for helping me out up there in the booth. Daniela Lana, a goalkeeper, so that's special, right?
Next up, Daniela Yanis.
Celeste Camardo. Celeste Camardo.
Here's Celeste
Right there.
Camardo.
She loves Messi and math. Messi and math. Girl. So close. And now Hannah Lou. Hannah Lou, and then we'll give the boys a shot. Come on, Hannah. Oh.
It's still down. Call come on to the ref. Game.
Daniel Zamora.
Unbelievable. First time ever, third game. First guy ever. Tell us a little about yourself, sir. What's your name? Dylan. Dylan, give everybody a hand. Give a hand to everybody. Dylan. How about you, Daniel? Go. Call him out.
We've just got a few minutes before the second half starts, everyone. Just take this opportunity to remind you today's broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic, who have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses anti-microbar technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. And Salt is offering the Game Fame community an exclusive discount to scan the QR code to get 10% off and keep it fresh. And also the American Soccer Club would like to thank their partners, All In Cohen, who feature a board-certified, fellowship-trained orthopedic subspecialist, as well as in-house advanced diagnostic imaging, neuromuscular testing, pain management, physical rehabilitation, and occupational therapy. Macron also proudly supports American Soccer Club, who work hard to create cutting-edge, high-performance sportswear to support athletes from grassroots to professionals in their efforts to become their own hero on and off the field. And LifeVac proudly supports American Soccer Club. A LifeVac is a revolutionary anti-choking device that has now saved 4,000 lives, over 4,000 lives across the planet. Learn more about how to protect yourself and loved one by heading to LifeVac. Well, it looks like we have, I think, one change for New Haven. Seydou Samsudeen has come on. And actually two, we've also got Mark Jourdain. So we'll see who's made way for those. American Soccer Club, PSB unchanged. Looks like Samsudeen will be on the right side. And he's made way for Mohamed Kane. And Mark Jourdain is going to be at right back. So the whole right side's changed for New Haven. As Leo Pinto, or Richie Morale, kicks us off, and it was Richie Morale who got the scoring started in that first half. Very entertaining half. Incredible goals by Mira, and Brian Saramago followed subsequently. Followed in by Jourdain. American Soccer Club halfway to a first ever competitive victory in their history. On balance, they probably had just about the better of that first half. You'd say there's spells in and out. Leo Pinto battling there. He's going to drive forwards Morel. Lots of space on the right side. Alberto Nieto's galloping up into it. Here is Nieto. Nieto still. It's a fumble by Heinrich, and thankfully for him, Germano was the man closest to it. Morel, the centre forward, has been electric tonight. Got the goal, but also he's just so quick on the turn. He started a lot of attacks this evening. We have a third change, actually, I'm just seeing now from New Haven. Samir Dishnika, also on in the middle. Morel a little incredulous not to get the free kick, and he might have a case. Fired in by Nieto. Headed up partially by Morgan. And I believe it's Mira who scored that brilliant goal for New Haven, who has been replaced in the middle by Dishnika. And Dishnika there. Taken down. Free kick's going to be called back because that ball was moving. Malango driving it up, not a bad ball to Mills. He couldn't bring it down. Yates with the header. Germano. And a little bit too much time taken on the ball there. And you know what, it looks like Mira has actually stayed on the pitch, and he's now at left back. And Pinheiro, I think, has made way. I do apologise to the subs, they haven't been announced yet, so it kind of left to our own devices to work them out. So Mira is now at that left back position, it appears. Sam Sousa whips it in. That's a really dangerous ball, and it just needed the slice of touches by Mills. Almost too much pace on the balls for him. He couldn't connect, and Cordova was flapping. Yates with the flick on. Turned over by Morgan. Mejia hurling himself in. Armas. Mira. Dinks up towards Mills. Met by Jorge Nieto. Adamak. Mejia. Alberto Nieto. And I think Morale is offside. Let's just see, chasing after it. Force Heinrich into the clearance. Bit of miscommunication between him and Malango. And in the positional swapping from New Haven, that's gone alongside the subs. Malango has moved from left back to centre back alongside Germano. Ball sent in. New Haven able to deal with it. And then Sean Fitzgerald combative to win it back, and then he got impeded. He'll get the free kick. Actually, excuse me, I think that was Watson there in that tackle. It'll be Fitzgerald to take the free kick. Very central position this. Fitzgerald not getting enough on that delivery. Big header there by Watson. Dishnika. Shafted it out well there by Alberto Nieto. The Ecuadorian has been a standout player so far this season for American Soccer Club. Obviously gives so much going forwards with his athleticism, his ability to take players 1v1 in his delivery, but also really does a lot of important defensive work. Pinto has pickpocketed the ball. Pinto, he just lost his footing as he searched for Saramago. Adamak. Nieto. Again, bullish run forwards, and he's going to draw in a foul. Sean Fitzgerald will get a free kick in quite a similar position to where he did just a moment ago. That's a better delivery this time. Boy, Nieto met it. No one else could connect. Morale even, excuse me, met it. And then Pinto with a well-timed tackle. And even better for him, the linesman judged the last touch came off of a Sam Sushin. Nieto. Adamak, I don't think the intended target was Morale. Found its way to him though anyway. Pinto inviting on Yates. Germano throwing himself into that tackle, timing it well. Pinto. Lovely nutmeg there by Leo Pinto. Good covering by Sam Sudin. Partially cleared. Matthias Adamak. And I'm not sure if that took a deflection or if he just mishit it as he struck it. Either way, it ended up in the hands of Heinrich, and he hurls it forwards. Almeida will drive forwards. He's got lots of pace, Lucas Almeida. Still with it. Almeida. And he was shepherded out marvellously well. Andrew Watson with excellent work. Big head by Watson. Fitzgerald searching for the space in behind. Saramago on the prowl. Jordan got there first. But Saramago not letting him clear it. It'll be a throw in for New Haven. Deep inside their own half. Hammered out to the left side. It's a good ball and a good first touch by Mira. He's going to drive into the Tomcats half. Almeida. Mira again. Well tackled by Watson. It will be New Haven's first corner of the second half. Taken quickly and poorly by Almeida. Flicked on, and here's Almeida. He's got some options with him. He could take this on himself. Lucas Almeida coming into the area. Almeida, he's just delayed. And Watson again with a really important bit of defensive work. He's had Almeida's number in these opening moments, but you can't let New Haven's number 7 drive at you like that. He had it far too long. Here comes the Tomcats number 7 down the other end. Well marshalled by Jourdain. It's back with American Soccer Club. Fitzgerald searching in behind. Lovely ball. Alberto Nieto options in the middle. A really well-timed tackle by Malango. He got a little touch in it that flicked it up onto the shins of Alberto Nieto. So goal kick. Down the line. Nieto hooking up towards Morel. Lovely touch by him. And Adamak with a very ambitious pass to Saramago. That's helped on to Pinto. He's well tackled by Jourdain. Yates lost his footing. And Dishnika nicked it off him. Samsudeen. It's a poor touch as he drove at Jorge Nieto. Throw in here for Jourdain, who I think has got the long throw in his repertoire. He's going to hold this into the penalty area. Dealt with comfortably on this occasion by Nieto. Pinto. Loose pass to Fitzgerald. Hooked back in, Cordova coming off his line. And there was a collision there with Almeida. He looked to get the ball. Linesman put his flag up, I think probably to give a foul to Kenny Cordova, who's also down. Both those players taking knocks. New Haven are preparing to make another double substitution. Coach Fitzgerald yet to make his first change. But the trainer's being called on to see to both players. Let me take this pause to remind you we've got lots of action coming out tomorrow. 19 games in total this weekend. There's the pick of the bunch for tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. The Pancyprian Freedoms host Manhattan Celtic and the American Premier Soccer League Metropolitan semi-final. That'll be live from Queen's College. Then we'll have the Long Island Rough Riders against Morris Elite in USL 2. That will be airing exclusively on Sports Engine just to fulfil the league mandates there. We're personally not a huge fan of exclusive live streaming mandates. Thinks it does actually hurt the grassroots game, hurts audience. But that's the rule, so that's what we're following. So you can find that game on Sports Engine. And then also we're going to have Austin's FC against New York Shockers in the National Premier Soccer League back in the North Atlantic Conference. This division that we're seeing tonight, that's going to be a 7 p.m. kickoff, and of particular interest to American Soccer Club because after tonight their next two league games will both be against Austin's on the road and then back here at Hofstra. Cordova back on his feet as the changes being made for New Haven. One of their players introduced, Jans Alcon. And it looks like Ryder Mills and Lucas Almeida both come off, so a change to the front line. Cordova drilling out crossfield. Yates heading it down the line. Not quite the right angle for Morel. We know actually Almeida has stayed on. Thought he was one of the subs who went off. He just had to go off because of the trainer. Because the trainer had come on and seen to him. Yeah, their introduction. Kanturk Ghoul, excuse me, for New Haven, as there was a flurry of tackles. The referees ruled against American Soccer Club. So it looks like that Ghoul has gone to centre forward's position. Morgan, the centre midfielder. By the looks of it, the other man who was withdrawn. So New Haven have now used 4 subs as that ball's whipped, and that's a really good ball. And it was a free header in the middle for Germano, who thought he had found an equaliser once again for New Haven. Time seemed to stop for a second after he connected. Cordova was certainly stranded, and a very relieved man to see it go just wide his left post. We're past our mark here at Hofstra. Brian Saramago's incredible lob right before half time, giving American Soccer Club this narrow lead. Yashnika. At goal. It was awkward for Fitzgerald. He dealt with it very competently. He'll flick out. At goal, have another go at it. And that cross judged to have gone out of play. Goal kick. Took the referee a little while to see it. Referee is going to call down on Cordova for time wasting. It looks like New Haven are going to make a goalkeeper change soon as well. Justin Heiss, or Hess, is stripped down. Jorge Nieto. Mejia. Saramago. We're searching for Morel. Cut across his delivery. Didn't strike it cleanly. Nieto down the line. Able to find Brian Saramago. And here's a stat for you. American Soccer Club have scored a goal in stoppage time, in second half stoppage time, in all 3 of their league games before tonight. A little bit of indecision from Henrich in the penalty area. Wasn't sure whether to come out and head it or gather it. In the end, he made the right decision to wait. Yates made a mess of that. Jourdain. That's found its way through to Lucas Almeida, one-on-one. Well stood up by Nieto. Acrobatic by Mera to get it back in. Well, nothing more than that. Well, it looks like there's some activity on American Soccer Club's bench. Might see their first change soon. Morel. Morgan strong with him. Tisnika. Almeida. Watson sticking to him like glue. Adamak. Mejia. Mira tackled him, and then Mejia got him late. With 25 minutes left here. A point of difference for American Soccer Club to find their first win might be, can they keep that focus? As Coach Fitzgerald said, he wanted them to show tonight. The brief lapses have cost them so dearly so far this season. Lots of unforced errors that have led to goals, have cost points. They've got another 23 minutes to see out here. And if they can, they will have their first win in competitive club history. Decent position for a free kick here for New Haven, about 30 yards. That would have to be a good strike, but not entirely beyond their reach. Dishnika and Gould standing over it. Dishnika right into the wall, gets it again and sends it into orbit. And New Haven will make their goalkeeper substitution. Henrik Hoff. Justin Hess on. So I believe for New Haven, it's just Leo Gurion left on the bench. Mira. Well, Nieto taking control of the situation. Finds his brother Alberto Nieto. Skips past one tackle. He's hard to start. Once he gets started, Nieto still with it. Mejia. Towards Pinto, who brings it down. Showed too much of Jordan. Pinto retrieves it. Pinto turning, went down in the box. The referee was about 6 feet away from it. Couldn't have had a better position. Waved emphatically no. Go out for a goal kick for New Haven. I have to say, on first viewing, did not look like a penalty to me. But maybe you all watching it back as you can on YouTube will see differently. Samsudeen. Morale. Dishnika. Jourdain. Sent back down the line by Gould. Good covering by Fitzgerald. Thrown right by the corner flag. I think for raw entertainment value, thus far this second half has not matched the first, but still plenty of time for that to change. 20 minutes left at Hofstra. Richie Morel, who's been kept relatively quiet in the second half, hauled down by Armas. And New Haven are going to make what I believe will be their final sub tonight. And it's Lucas Almeida, who I think was probably the most dangerous player in that front line, starting on the field for New Haven. He's been withdrawn. Mira's now up in left wing, so Mira's gone from centre midfield to left back to left wing. And Leo Gurion is on at left back. Really well played out by American Soccer Club. Zippy football. Alberto Nieto. One-on-one. Nieto drives it in. A fraction away from Morel at the far post. And if he had found a way to finish, that would have probably been the 3 points in the bag.
Now in the game for New England United, number 4.
Jordan trying to steal a couple of yards, the referee not letting him. Jordan with a long throw, Fitzgerald meeting it. Jordan with another, and he's been sharp since coming on. Jordan made some good defensive interventions. Touch around the corner by Atgoul. By Nieto, wins the ball back for American Soccer Club. Pinto around the corner, Morel. Mejia. Yates. Pinto. Mejia. Fitzgerald. Finding Watson, and it looks like we've got at least 2 subs imminent for American Soccer Club. Getting their final instructions from coach John Fitzgerald. Mejia. Nieto. Pinto. That's a brilliant crossfield ball. Well, just like I said, that's slightly too much on it for Nieto. Idea was right. Looks like it might be 3 subs actually for American Soccer Club. Mira. Dinks it down the line. Tishnika. Atgoul. Tried to force the ball crossfield, but Watson wasn't exactly sure who was around him. Got a head on it. It will be a thrown right by the corner flag for New Haven. Well, that chance a moment ago from Morel would have eased some nerves for American Soccer Club, but at the moment we're in for a nail-biting final quarter of an hour. Jordan. Hat clear by Adamak, where this game has followed the formula exactly of what we've seen in the NPSL North Atlantic Conference so far this season. As I was saying before the game, out of the 10 games up to tonight, 8 of them were either draws or decided by a single goal margin. Been really competitive games. No clear front runner in terms of balance of play. That's exactly what you want. Coach Fitzgerald will make his triple substitution now. Mejia and Pinto withdrawn. And Saramago, who produced the moment of the match so far, will hand that armband over to Matthias Adamak, and he will make way. Jonathan Salguero on Julio Espinal. We'll just try and identify our third sub too. Tommy Wagner as well. And excuse me, I think I actually got Watson and Wagner confused for the stoppage time area when I was talking about it. The goal late at the last Hofstra game. It was Wagner who got it. He'll slot into the back line. Morel sniffing a threat just for a second.
Number 14, Jonathan Salguero. And number 16, Tommy Wagner.
And it might be a change of shape by American Soccer Club as well. I think they've gone to a back four. Coach Fitzgerald perhaps just looking to protect what he has now. And it's just Morel alone up front with Espinal, the substitute, behind him. Thrown down the line. Brought down well by Morel, who got the wrong side of Malango. He clipped him. Linesman signalling for the foul, and it will be a free kick for American Soccer Club right on the edge of the penalty area. Malango goes in the book.
Yellow card issued to New Haven United number 21, Tyrone Malango.
Espinal will take charge of this. 5 white shirts in the penalty area. And Sean Fitzgerald posted on the edge alongside Wagner. Espinal. Don't think he was going for a shot with that, but ended up going closer to Hess than any of the crossing targets gathered by the keeper, simply enough. At goal, giving it back to Mira. Mira onto his left foot. Mira caught it well, palmed clear by Cordova, who actually hasn't had a huge amount to do tonight, Kenny Cordova. But when he's called upon, he passed the test with flying colours. That was caught pretty well by Mira. Not quite as well as his goal, but a formidable hit nonetheless. Morel went down, and Malango's just gone into the referee's book. Threw in the tackle, quick to beat his innocence. Morel tussling with Germano. I think it actually might be a back five now for Sean Fitzgerald. Or sorry, John Fitzgerald even. With Hoy, Nieto, Wagner and Watson, the back three, and then Nieto. And Yates, the wing backs. Salguero. And this is Jonathan Salguero's debut for American Soccer Club. He's another one of the Maris boys, just finished his junior year at Maris, playing 14 games. Watson, Wagner even got a little bit under that head up. Samsudeen. Gurion. Armas. Sneaker. Mira. We're inside the final 8.5 minutes of normal time is. That's floated in. Awkward moment. Dealt with very well by Hoy Nieto, the captain, taking responsibility. Well, not captain even, but captain at the back, we could say. Certainly commands back there. And Cordova will clutch it, and every second he can clutch that ball to his chest. American Soccer Club edge closer to their first ever victory. Adamak. Gurian playing a little game of chicken with Alberto Nieto and winning. Sneaker. Not a lot to that ball, more than hope. Coach Fitzgerald has another substitute stripped down. So it looks like we'll see American Soccer Club's fourth change very shortly. Adamak tussling with Arcon and getting the free kick. And he'll come another change. Richie Morrell is going to be replaced by Aidan Kolb. Aidan Colby. Colby, big physical target man, Sean Fitzgerald. Saw his name in the headline, but couldn't keep over that strike. Malango. He got clipped by Colby. Five minutes of normal time remaining, driven up by Malanga. Clicked on by Mira. No one there. Kolb with the flick on. He's a good target man, Colby. Aguero tracking back. Lovely back heel to confound a few blue shirts. Jourdain slipping it through, and the flag is up against Arcon. And you know what? I'm not entirely sure if the linesman got that right. It looked very, very tight. The closest man who I believe by Nieto certainly was further away from his own goal than Alarcon, but I think some of the players from the far side might not have been, and Nieto just stopped. Cordova drives it up. That ball got caught a little bit in the wind, which is still blowing with quite formidable gusts. Sean Fitzgerald dinks it down the line. It's a good ball. Here's Colby. Colby towards the far post, but far too close to Hess. Deshnika. So Alex Ferguson will call this part of the game squeaky bum time. There is certainly some nerves jangling on that American Soccer Club bench and in the stands. It's sent over the top. Samsu Steen couldn't quite bring it down. He's got help. Samsudin again, narrow angle. And it was a little bit desperate about there for a second for American Soccer Club. Nieto dove in. Everyone back for American Soccer Club. Deshnika towards the far post, headed clear. Atgul will keep it in. Sends it back into the mixer. Bit of confusion back there for American Soccer Club. There was the total air kick by Germano. Mira. Watched initially by Wagner. Mira again, they don't want to let him have space on the edge. Mira having the shot. Nieto closed them down. And the ball, one for American Soccer Club by Alberto Nieto. He wanted a foul, referee not giving. Alarcon, it's lost again. There by New Haven. Colby, lots of space here for Jonathan Salguero. The pass drove him a little bit wide. He can still drive forwards here. One-on-one with Malango. Salguero, corner kick. Well, that's what they need right now. American Soccer Club just, the ball's far away from their own goal. In their possession to eat up some more time off the clock. I imagine we'll get at least 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time. And they're just going to try and hold this in the corner. Colby not doing that for too long. It will be a throw-in right by the corner flag for New Haven. Actually, it's been overturned, given to American Soccer Club. Salguero. Deshnika winning it back. It will be a throw-in for New Haven. New Haven took a few yards on that throw, but referee didn't stop them. Deshnika. Colby doing really well to win that back. But couldn't keep it for long. Germano drives it central. Samsudin was waiting on the shoulder of Wagner, who dealt with it well. Armas lofts it in, headed in by Malanga to the 6-yard box. Partially cleared. Mira retrieves. Mira right into the side netting. I think it might have just clipped the outside of the post. Another hair-raising moment at the back for American Soccer Club, but they've survived. And they're nearing the finish line. Again, unfortunately, we don't have the exact knowledge of how much stoppage time has been given. There's no fourth official board. Oh, we've already had 1 minute of it played. Be very surprised if it's not a minimum of 3. Fitzgerald. Espinal tussling in the middle with Armas, and then Espinal stood in the way of the free kick. He'll get the book, you can't have any complaints about that. American Soccer Club in a sense where the free kick has been allowed to be taken. Armas will drill this in. Head it out. And then Espinal on the end of it. Colby. Down the line. Salguero will take it. Espinal is by himself at the far post. Salguero. Colby pokes on to Espinal. The chance is gone. American Soccer Club have the ball at the very least. They can eat more time off the clock unless Alberto Nieto tipped away by Hess. But it will be a corner kick. American Soccer Club are so close now. Again, they're just going to hold this in the corner. Colby. More of a wrestling match than soccer there. New Haven have, I imagine, got seconds left here to try and create something, anything. Colby's not going to let them. Colby. Oh, it's a really poor cut back to Espinal. By Nieto to his brother, Alberto Nieto. He couldn't keep it. Armas. We've played 3.5 minutes of stoppage time. Espinal. Colby. And Adamak taking no chances, but in any case, Germano hauled over Colby. And that's surely that. Watson, and he'll take the throw in all day long. It sounds like the referee saying he's going to play it 1 more minute. There'll be a free kick for New Haven. And then there's pushing off the ball. New Haven got 2 red cards last weekend in stoppage time. Actually, I think it's Colby who's gone in the book. Looked like Malango, who was already in yellow, might have laid a hand on Colby as well, although, to be fair, a long way away, couldn't see exactly from it. 95 minutes have been played here at Hofstra. Switched by Hess. Now or never for the visitors. Drilled up by Armas. Alberto Nieto with the first header. Gurion. Let it run out for a throw-in. Oh, it'd be so cruel if American Soccer Club's first ever victory was snatched from them now. Oh, and there may be a chance here. Alberto Nieto came in too heavy on the back of Germano. And with what will surely be the final action of the game, New Haven have got a free kick and a chance to whip it in. Everyone's going to go up, even the goalkeeper, Justin Hess. So many big moments, game-defining moments have swung against American Soccer Club so far this season. Can they see out this one for the victory? Swung in towards the near post, headed clear, and that is the full-time whistle. New Haven won't get the chance to take the corner kick. And at last, it's American Soccer Club's night. Their first ever competitive victory. Brian Saramago appropriately crowning it with a sublime match-winning goal. But the first half was open and highly entertaining. The second, a little more cagey, but lots of tension, lots of nail-biting moments. American Soccer Club draw level on points with Osners, ahead of them on goal difference. Osners will play tomorrow night. We'll have that as they take on Shockers live from St. John's at 7 p.m. But guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with post-match reaction. We'll probably be offline for about 5 minutes on our halftime ad video, just because we've got to make the trek down to the interview board. But we will be back with a post-match reaction soon. Don't go anywhere, guys.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential. Guys, well, we're going to get ourselves a post-match interview very shortly. Oh, we're just getting some of these scenes here. Players signing shirts. Look at the relief on players' faces to get that first win. It's such a big moment. There's been so many times this season where American Soccer Club have put in good performances but just fallen short. But they've crossed the finish line tonight. And we've got now Brian Saramago and head coach John Fitzgerald.
Thank you.
Coach, I'll start with you. First win in American Soccer Club's competitive history. How's it feel?
It feels wonderful. I mean, it's such a relief. We know we've been playing well. We know we've been ratting. We've been working our butts off in practice. The guys have been doing a great job, great attitude. But if you're not winning games, then you don't always feel it, right? We knew it was bubbling, it was coming, but it was a matter of time. But these guys did a terrific job tonight. They stayed with the game plan. They never stopped working. Great culture. So led by one of our captains here, so we'll take it.
Brian, if there was a goal to win American Soccer Club's first ever game, there couldn't have been a much better one than that. Ball bounced to you. You could have taken it down. You could have taken the goalkeeper on. Instead, you just outrageously lobbed him. What was going through your head?
I just honestly saw the ball bounce in behind, picked up my head. I saw the goalie was a little to the left of his goal and kind of far out. So I thought, why not? Let me have a hit. And thankfully it went in, and it was the second goal and the winning goal. I'm happy for that.
One of those, as soon as it left your foot, you knew where it was going?
Yeah, for sure.
Brilliant. Coach, you said to me earlier today that the thing that you feel like has been letting you guys down has been those lapses in focus. So you've been putting in the good performances, but key moments that you've let it slip. Do you feel like you guys managed to improve on that tonight to see yourselves over the line?
I think we did. I still think we weren't 100% in that department. We talk about it. I know that the focus is there from the players, but we have to make sure that we're performing consistent all the time. At this level, you make a simple mistake in your half of the field and you can get punished right away, which is how he takes advantage of it on the other end. So it's really important. But I still think tonight we're a little bit more focused. We changed a little bit of our personnel. Our lineup we tweaked as we went along, and the boys handled it well. They're very smart, intelligent players. So I think that helped us to maybe stay connected more than we have been in the past.
Brian, you had a good partnership up front with Richie Morel. How was it being up there with him?
It was very good. I think we complement each other well. What I like to do, he kind of likes to do the opposite. And I think in terms of strengths, we kind of work off of each other. And I think it's a very nice partnership. Last game was kind of the first time we got to play together. We probably got, I would say, 25, 30 minutes together. Today we got 75, and I think as the games go on, we'll start improving that chemistry and that connection, and I think we'll do good things together moving forward.
Coach, I thought that the first half, attacking-wise, especially sort of the middle 30 minutes of that half, you guys were really superb. Second half, it was a prudent performance. You held on to the lead well. Do you feel like this has been the strongest performance so far this season, or is it on par with the last two, but just you saw it over the line?
I think we had a little bit extra in this game today, and there was a bit extra on the line. We're playing the top team in the conference right now. They're clearly one of probably the best team we've played at this point. They were well connected. It was not so easy to break them down. So I think today we had just that little bit extra that we needed, but we're still not quite there yet. We're going to get there.
What's the just the emotion of having that first win? Because I look around and you've had lots of fans come down to every game. They've had moments to cheer for, but they haven't had that victory. You can see that the looks of relief, but also just pure joy. Is this a turning point in the season for American Soccer Club?
I think it is, mainly because once you get that feeling, and every player will tell you that once you get that feeling, now you don't want to let it go, right? So it's inherent. It's going to stay with them. Like I said, the focus in training has been awesome. These guys are off the charts, so I think we're just going to continue with that momentum. I think this will help a lot.
Brian, I'll finish with you. You're a born and bred Long Island boy. You're playing out here in Hofstra, one of many times. You're representing Long Island. How proud are you to just be out here for this club and to see all the community, young and old, out here supporting you guys?
I think it's something really special, honestly. Growing up, I wasn't really going out to games like this, and I don't think we had many teams on Long Island that kind of had this culture and focus on youth and bringing the whole team. We have a lot of guys from Long Island, and I think that was one of the main focuses from the start. And I think it's something special, and it's honestly very like you said, relieving to get the 3 points, and it kind of makes us keep going and want more. We want to represent Long Island the right way, and honestly, getting wins is the way to do that. So I think all of us are very proud, especially myself, and hopefully one day one of these kids look up to us and want to play for our club when they grow up, and start that culture and go from there, I think.
On you on that point as well, John, because you're obviously so embedded in the soccer scene in Long Island as well, in so many different ways. So, is this is the start of something more than just a football club on the field, isn't it?
Yeah, it's personal, certainly personal. The ownership behind us are from Long Island. The main focus when they hired me, they said, look, we want you to tap into our local talent as much as you can. I didn't have to, but there's so much talent here that it was easy to do. And then, if we can sign quality players like Brian, like so many of our players here, we've got a lot of depth. And they are local, and I think that pride, like he talked about, is inherent. So that you can build on top of that.
Guys, congratulations on the first victory of the season. Pleasure, great performance. That's going to be in May Goal of the Month. You snuck in to the final hours of May, definitely. Guys, that's going to be up next week, Goal of the Month. Brian Saramago, if you want to vote for him on Instagram. Guys, thanks so much for your time. Congrats on the win. Good luck next weekend against Arsenal. All right, take care. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, guys, well, that just about does it for us from Hofstra. American Soccer Club win their first ever competitive match. A sublime goal by Brian Saramago, seeing the 3 points. I want to say a big thank you to American Soccer Club for bringing us down here tonight. Thank you to JP Zucato for doing great work behind the camera. Thank you to Salt Athletic, our sponsor. And thank you most of all to all of you for watching. We're going to have much more action on Game and Frame tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. But until then, have a good night, everyone.